My name is Fabian Vargas, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to bake a chocolate cake. A chocolate cake is a typical dessert perfect for any occasion, and this recipe will teach you how to make the perfect chocolate cake. When I was a child, my grandmother would take us to her house every weekend, and she would always let us help her bake. It was one of my favorite childhood memories. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a cake of your own so that you may share it with your loved ones. Now the first step is to make sure that you have all your ingredients and all your utensils. It's important to have all the right ingredients to make sure that your cake tastes just right. First we have our chocolate cake mix, we have our vegetable oil, our non-stick cooking spray, 3 eggs that I have pre-cracked, and water. So now that we have all of our ingredients, our next step is to make sure that we have all of our utensils and that they are clean and ready for use. We have a mixing bowl, your cake mixer, or if you don't have one of these, you can always use a whisk or a fork. You have your measuring cups, along with your baking pan and a spatula. So now that we have everything we need, let's get started. But before we do anything, we have to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So now that our oven is being preheated, the second step is to combine all of our ingredients into the mixing pan. So we start with our first step and taking all of our chocolate cake mix and pouring it into the bowl. The second step is to take all of our eggs, 3 eggs, and pour it into the bowl. Now if you're cracking it directly over the mix, try not to get any of the shells into the cake mix. So now the third step is to take your measuring cup and add half a cup of your vegetable oil and 1 cup of water. So now that all of your ingredients are inside the bowl, your fourth step is to place the cake in the mixer, or if you're using a whisk, go ahead and make sure everything is mixed until everything is smooth and there are no lumps. Alright, that looks wonderful. Okay, so now our third step is to go ahead and bake our batter. Now this is the most important part, so please pay attention. Now, in order to bake our cake, we need to spray the baking pan with your non-stick cooking spray so that the cake does not stick to the bowl or to the pan. The second step is to pour your batter into the baking pan. You can use your spatula to make sure you get everything out. Once you have all of your cake mix in the pan, you go ahead and place your baking pan into the oven and let it sit for 40 minutes. Now this is a cake that I have pre-made using the same steps and the same ingredients. This is just to go ahead and show you what the finished product would look like. So once your cake is done baking, your final step is to take the cake out of the oven for cooling. Now once it's out, you can test if it's ready by simply placing a toothpick or a knife into the center of the cake. If it comes out dry, then that means your cake is ready to go. So what you can do is go ahead and, since this one is already cooled, you usually let it cool for 15 minutes, but since this one, like I said, is already cool, we can go ahead and just slide the cake out by simply tilting it over, and then you can go ahead and place it on your dish for serving. So now that you have baked your own chocolate cake in 4 simple steps, let's go over those steps again. First, you gather all of your ingredients and your utensils. The second step is to combine all of your ingredients into your mixing pan. The third step is to bake your batter, and your fourth step is to remove the cake from the oven for cooling. So now that you've baked your own chocolate cake, I hope that you've enjoyed baking with me today, and you can remember that you can always change the flavor of your cake by simply changing the flavor of the mix. And I hope that you can go ahead and enjoy this special recipe with your family as I have for so many years. Thank you. Bye-bye.